G'day, my name's Jason Gerard. I'm from Yellow Hire. Today we're going to talk about some of our water trucks. We've got several different types of water trucks. This is one we've got here today. Just going to give you a bit of a rundown on the basic service requirements, the daily requirements and the operations. Our basic daily requirements are to check the engine oil, which we check there. Power steering fluid, you can see through the sides. Coolant in through there. To lift the cabin, you just come here, pull this lever out, pull the handle down, push this lever down and push the button and up the cabin will go. Under here we have our water pump. The water pump drive shaft needs to be greased once a week, and then we need to grease all the other suspension components once a week as per any other normal truck. At the front of the truck we have a front road spray. These sprays are designed to actually wash off bitumen. They're not designed for dust suppression. If you use them for dust suppression, your tyre marks will just flick all the water off the road. So they're great for washing all the excess dirt off the bitumen or concrete. On the front of our water tanks, we have batter sprays. The batter sprays are used to spray batters on the side of cuttings or also to water new vegetation on the side of the road. On this particular model, we have two outlets at the back on either side. Some of our models will have a dribble bar. These have two fan sprays at the bottom. These can be activated individually, one either side. You can have both of them going together to give you a nice spray out the back. On the back here, this is probably one of the most common ones we use, is the centre rear spray. That spray comes down, puts a fan out on the road for dust suppression. We can also open this screw here up and turn this slide around to limit the amount of water coming out, less volume of water hitting the road. On the back here, we have two fan sprays. They actually go out to the side. We can direct them left or right. And we can actually adjust exactly where they want to go, which is great. If you're driving down the left-hand side of the road, you can direct more water out to the right-hand so you cover both sides of the road. We have a handheld hose. This can be used for washing down machinery, washing down trucks, even for fighting fires if need be. That's simply operated by running the pump, turning the tap on and turning the screw and away you go. Inside here we have our main control panel for our water truck. So we've got the front left side down at the front near the bumper bar, the right front side on the bumper bar. We've got the left side on the front of the tank. We've got the right side, right batter on the front of the tank. Left rear, centre rear, and the right rear. Then we've got our left hand drop bar and our right hand drop bar right down the back. On some of our trucks we actually have a cannon option, so that there activates the cannon, and down here we have a remote control for the cannon. The other one to think about here is your beacon, your rotating beacon on the roof. That's your switch for that there, and your self-fill options there. So we're going to run through the self-fill in a moment. Basically what we need to do, we need to put the self-fill in the right mode to connect the hoses, then we prime it, but we'll go through that in a minute. Whilst we're up in the cabin, if we look down here, that is your PDO switch. The PDO switch needs to be activated to make the water pump run. When the PDO is activated, you really don't want to see the engine RPMs go over about 1600 RPM. And if you're not pumping water, you need to disengage the PDO while you're driving back to fill up. Our trucks have several different options to fill. One of them is the self-fill option here. We'll run through that in a moment, but that's where we connect the hose up and we can actually use the pump to self-fill the tank. The preferred option to fill these units is via this pipe here. This can be used on a quick fill pump off your dam, it can be used off an irrigation pump, or you can actually hook it up to a standpipe. The standpipe will connect into your mains. We have a lay flat hose, it'll go up to here. This pipe here then goes up to the top where it goes into the tank, and in the top of the tank there's a 100mm gap. That 100mm gap stops any contaminants getting back into your watering system. So if someone does accidentally put chemicals in, there's no way it'll get back into the water system and no one will get contaminated and sick. So when we go to use our self-fill option, we have a hose like this, which is a solid hose, which has a foot valve at the bottom. What the foot valve does, it allows the hose to fill up with water without the water draining out. Up the other end, we have our connection. Our connection is very important. We make sure that the rubber seal is still in there and in good order. If we end up sucking air here, we won't be able to suck water out of our dam. Down here, when we go to connect our hose up, we need to make sure this valve here is in the closed position. To do that, we switch the switch inside and we come out here and check to make sure that line there is actually in the horizontal position. That means that that valve's closed, which won't allow water to come out here from the tank. We also need to make sure that we have water in the tank ready to go so we can prime the system. If we can't prime this pump and prime this hose, we won't be able to suck out of the dam. Okay, so when we're in normal operation mode, we need to ensure that this self-fill button is in the up mode. That allows the pump to pump through to all our circuits. When we come to use the self-fill, we come out, we flick that self-fill button down, we go out, we connect the hose up as you saw before, then we come back in here, flick that up, that allows water to go into the hose, prime the pump. We do that for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, come back down, push it down again, and then we go and turn the PTO on with the engine running, and then that will self-fill the truck. Very important though that all our seals are in good order. We need good clear around our suction, and we need to get the truck as close to the water as possible. These type pumps are designed to push water, not pull water. So if we have multiple hoses running a multiple distance, we will not be able to fill the truck. Thanks everyone for watching our video. Just to recap, as far as the filling goes, my preferred option is to use the quick fill or a standpipe. That way it's pressure fed into the tank, which is much quicker and much more efficient. Inside each of our trucks, you will find an operator's manual like this, so you can go there and have a look at that, or alternatively, ring one of our team members and they'll certainly help you out. Thank you.